Hello everybody and welcome to my Minecraft tutorial, and this is episode 16 in a new series for new Minecraft players. So today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking at writable books. And writable books were a feature that were added in 1.3 which enables us to write little diaries and share stuff for adventure maps. So before we get right into that, I just want to show you what I've already achieved up to now. And that is, I've built the shed and I've been breeding the animals from the last episode. The one thing I have noticed though is this is kind of a bug, that mobs seem to glitch through these walls and they seem to slip everywhere. I've noticed quite a few dead animals and with drops around here where they've either suffocated, or I've seen mobs end up over here, bizarrely. But that's that, I guess. So just something to take note of with walls. Hopefully that will get fixed in the future when it gets noticed by Mojang. So, yeah, writable books. For writable books there are a few ingredients we're going to need, and I see one right over there. So, for a writable book you're going to need sugarcane, which we can use to make paper. You're going to need leather, which you can get from cows. You're going to need feathers, which you can get from chickens, and we're going to also need some ink sacs, which we can get from squid. And to kill a squid, just left click on it and it dies pretty quickly, and you get some ink sacs. I have all these resources already prepared, so it's not too much of an issue, but these are the resources you're going to need. So we've got the ink sacs now. I have all these chests here. We're going to need some sugarcane. We're not going to need all these sugar canes, but I'm just going to take them all. I don't know if I brought the feathers across with me or not. I know I had some back over at... we're going to need some leather, so we'll bring that. I know I had some back over at the cottage, so we might just take a walk over there. Yeah, we don't have anything over here, so what we'll do is we'll take a walk back over to the cottage where I have some feathers, I believe. Although, I do have chickens over here. So why don't we just kill a few of these guys. There we go, I've got 2 feathers. So, we'll just go in our newly created shed. And if you want to download this world, by the way, and follow along, and you'll have all of the shed and stuff, then you can. It's all in the description below. So, essentially, all you need to do to create a book is to first create the paper. And the paper is 3 sugar canes across in this pattern, and remember, because it gets a bit confusing a bit later on, 3 sugar canes across gives you 3 paper. Now you need to put in 3 pieces of paper and leather. The leather can go anywhere. In fact, this is a shapeless recipe, so you can put anything anywhere, just 3 bits of paper and a bit of leather, and you get a book. And you can put the book back in there along with an ink sac and a feather. Once again, a shapeless crafting recipe. You can put these anywhere, and then you get a book and quill. And this, obviously the feather is the quill, the ink is the ink that you use to write in the book, I guess. And you can get that, and we now have our very own book and quill. So I'm just going to turn the animals down a little, they're kind of overpowering. So if we then right click using this book and quill, we can then type. So we get presented with this screen and we can begin to type. So hello, this is a tutorial on how to create writable books and use them. And that is essentially it. To writable books, you can press enter to enter in different lines, and you can also use this to act as a little line break, which is just simply the minus sign on your keyboard. So that is, in a nutshell, writable books. There's not a whole lot more to them. The reason I wanted to show you them now, though, is because some villagers will ask for these, and the villagers don't really care much what's in there. All you have to do is just have a simple blank book. So let's just create a little book on how to write books. How to create and write books in Minecraft. And then we can just enter down 1, find feathers, ink sacs, leather and sugar cane. Let's just go down again. Craft sugar cane into paper. Add paper and leather to get a book. And this is where now the page is filled. So now we need to go onto a new page. And I believe if you press, no, you don't press enter. You just need to tap this little arrow with your mouse and you'll get a brand new page. So where did we get to? We got add paper and leather to get a book. Place the book in the crafting table again with the ink, sacks and the feather to get a book and quill. What step number was that? 4. You can't actually go back and edit this stuff, so you can't, you'd have to undo it all again like this. That's something to take note, which is kind of a flaw. And Mojang are aware of this and they are probably going to look into fixing it hopefully soon. So we'll just have to quickly retype this one. Place book together with ink, sack and feather to get book and quill. I know that's not the same, but it's just a shorter variant. Then number 5, right click on book to open up first page. 6, write in book. And then number 7 is sign book, and we will look at how to sign the book in a moment. So that is just a basic 2-page book. I think books go up to something like 50 pages, so there's plenty you can do. A lot of map makers use these to set out rules or research notes, which I think are quite cool, and little hints and tips and stuff go in these. So for our users, we will probably not use these again. There's no real need for me to use this again, but I want to show you this tutorial anyway in case you guys want to go on a server together and share information. This can be a way of doing that, especially for writing things like coordinates down. So now the book has been written. We now need to sign the book off so that we can make it a finished book. Now you can just press ESC on your keyboard and it will go away, and it will remove everything. I wasn't aware of that. And also you can press done and it will save your progress. That was not intentional to press ESC. I've just undone all of my work. These things you learn, even tutorial people learn. So what I'll do is I'll retype out this book and I'll be right back with you guys because I don't want to put you through it all again. Okay, I'm back and I rewrote the book, just a simple 3-page book. And now what we're going to do is we're going to sign this book to say that we're done with it. So you can press done and then you can right click and reopen it again. But we don't really want to do that. So we want to sign it off because it's finished. So we can now press sign and close at the bottom and then we enter a book title. And it does let you know here. And then it says your username underneath. So how to write books. And in fact the title is very, very limited. How to, well, let's just call it Writeable Books. It's easier. Is that how you spell Writeable? I'm honestly not sure. I don't think so. I think that's how you spell Writeable Books. There we go. And now we just press sign and close and there you go. It's a finished book. And I can right click on it and read through it and press done. And that is honestly, guys, that is it for Writeable Books. There's not a whole lot more. The little tooltip at the bottom displays your title of the book as it is its own sort of item. There's nothing quite like it. And obviously you can put these in a chest or leave these around. And I may scatter these throughout my world in the download at a later point when we expand more, explaining what each thing is and how to do things for the download. That's what I think might be a pretty cool idea for these things. Let me know in the comments. Do you think that's a good idea for me to scatter these books around? So there might be one at the cottage with instructions on how to do things over there and how to breed animals. And how on earth did you get over here? You're meant to be in there. See, this is what I mean with animals clipping out of places and just randomly going everywhere. Not good at all. But yeah, that is pretty much it for Writeable Books. In the next episode I will be gathering up all my resources that I've collected from the farm, and we're going to do some trading with the NPC villagers over at the village, and we're going to get some emeralds and we're going to use them to acquire some melon pieces off another villager, and then we will be moving on and doing a melon and pumpkin farm. And after that, I think we've done enough farming for a while. We'll probably go do something else. But yeah, writable books. I'm going to take this book around with me, and I'll probably drop it off at the cottage when I head back over there, when I go and clear out the chests over there. So between this and the next episode, if you're curious, all I'm going to be doing is breeding animals and getting things like feathers and raw meat to take with me, along with all my sugarcane. I'm going to convert into paper. I'm going to bring all that with me. I'm going to bring all my wheat with me and all of that kind of stuff. I'm going to be harvesting the farm. I don't think they accept carrots and potatoes, so we won't be bringing those. But yeah, that pretty much covers it. So I hope you've enjoyed this video and found it useful, and I hope to see you in the next episode. And until then, see you later and have a good day.